and welcome to another edition of Alien Investigations. I'm your host, Steven, and I've got Dave Meyer with me from Illinois. Dave Meyer, how's it going this evening?
It's late. It's late. But I want to play X-Files, so here we go.
Yes, yeah, me too. That's why we are here. We are here to play the X-Files Collectible card game, our most beloved pastime. And I'm just very excited to be throwing down with you once again. We're coming off of the last game we played was the sealed
deck
game, and again, bravo on the victory on that. For those who have not been watching some of the previous episodes in which you and I have gone toe-to-toe.
Yes, about the 25-year-old decks that haven't been played in 25 years. So
exactly.
This is deck number 4. This is the last of the decks. So the first one did not go so well for me, but the second one went extremely well for me, but never got recorded. The third one was another wash. That was one for you.
Yes, we are going to be playing the advanced version of the X-Files CCG because, basic is just, just a watered down version. It's not that, it's okay if you, for the first couple times after that, you gotta crank it up a notch. And advanced, that's how we roll here. And we will be playing with cards from the Premier Edition, the Truth Is Out There Edition, the 1013 expansion, and undoubtedly you'll see some promo cards in there. I've got promo cards. I assume, Dave, you would not pass up the opportunity to throw some good promos in there.
This one most likely does have them.
Go ahead and unveil your team for me. I'm on pins and needles to see who is going to be going toe-to-toe against my team. Who is the deck 4 team?
Well, first of all, you can't have Subterfuge without this guy. So this guy, of course, is 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, because 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 has to be there. Now, you also need the very elderly guy in the office that knows cuts all the corners. He knows what to do. He's got a little subterfuge in him, but he's not too bad. He likes looking up at the sky. That's what he's got. Or he likes looking at his tarot cards because he's full of occult stuff. But this is the wild card that jumped in this one. This one is Blevins. So Blevins pops in there because, like I said, this is an office. I could have called it office space because this could be. And then we got Skinner, of course.
Okay.
That rounds out. So there you go. You've got your bureaucracy. You've got your subterfuge. You've also got a few guys that can handle things on their own. You give a couple guys some cell phones. They can do a little bit of damage if they decide to get on the phone and call their supervisors.
Yeah, let me go ahead and introduce my team that is going to be squaring off with yours, Dave. I've got Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby Doo. Oh, wait a second. What? I believe we're playing X-Files, aren't we?
Yeah,
silly me.
We're not playing that crazy.
What are these? What are these cards doing here? That is a completely different game, although made by some of the same people who were involved in the creation of the X-Files collectible card game. So, yeah, let me just set these foil cards aside for another time. Let me show you what agents...
All right, let's see who I'm facing off against.
Well, as I mentioned, I do have some agents who are going to be coming in with a little bit of bureaucracy skills. One of them is Agent Nancy Spiller from the episode Ghost in the Machine. The other is Agent Jerry LaManna, who's also from the same episode and has a couple of bureaucracy like Nancy Spiller. And like you, I have also included Albert Hosteen on my team because he's such a great guy and he's got a great effect and he's got occult investigation skills out the wazoo.
He does.
And it wouldn't be a game with me, Dave, if I didn't have...
Manners! Get that guy out of here. What's all these manners?
The bleeping awesome effects of Detective Manners to call forth a witness in my time of need. And as I told you prior to this game, that we would be seeing a different team.
This is true.
No one exemplifies the variation in my team selection more than Agent Dana Scully, and not just any Agent Dana Scully card, but the GenCon Agent Dana Scully from the demo set that preceded the Premier Edition, we have Dana Scully, the GenCon version.
Very nice.
A very, very rare and very much sought after card. So that, Dave, is my team. Very much a different team compared to what you're used to seeing. No Agent Mulder. I know David Peace is probably quite surprised, but she is sleeved, so she is protected.
Well, yeah, that's the same thing. As I didn't put him in there, so that's my the Frohickey GenCon. Whoop, he's a little blurry, but there he is. This one still has. I think this one has a proxy evasive maneuvers in it because I didn't have enough evasive maneuvers, so. So you might see a black and white one show up
that just says evasive maneuvers on it. Or
something. Oh no, it's actually a printed out version. It's on top of but it's physically in there. But it's on top of an old probably an old cigarette smoking man because I had so many of those X-Files cards. I didn't know what.
Well, if you need more evasive maneuvers,
I've got him now. I just haven't swapped it out yet.
Because I actually. I have more cards now than I know what to do with, and today actually is quite. It's fitting that I should be saying that because just today I received in the mail a hefty box of X-Files cards, and I already have over 4,000 X-Files cards, but now I've got a couple hundred more to sift through. Not many addicts can say they have come into possession of 3 No One So Paranoids because. That was one of the cards that was included in that box.
Oh, nice.
So I had 2 previously, but now I have 3 No One So Paranoid, so now I can keep one in the master set and not have to keep pulling it out for every game, so that was worth it. And it also had a Deep Throat in it.
Oh, good.
So now I have 3 Deep Throats, and again, I can keep one in the master set at all times. So those 2 cards alone were worth that purchase.
Oh,
but there were a lot of other gems in here. There was another Foo Fighter that came in with it, another ultra rare Agent Mulder, and a lot. They had quite a few promos here. The Teamwork promos in there, Mulligan, 2 blue plates, Dark Angel.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Fighter Interceptor, Alien Technology, and then interestingly enough, this person was also selling a whole bunch of Dax's Dream cards. Amongst the cards that were in this box is. The Palms Tell Me All, which was a limited card exclusive to the people who took part in the tournament last year.
Okay.
And I believe that 25X indicates that there were only 25 people taking part in it. So very limited number of people own this card. Yeah. But 6 days, no one bid. And you couldn't really see the card unless you scrolled through the carousel of pictures to see, they have a No One So Paranoid.
Well, that's how I saw the Alien Stiletto in that box I bought for $35.
Exactly. It was just like that. So you had to scroll through some of the carousel to see, that's a... And they're starting bid $70. I was like, I'll put in for that and see what happens, and no one bid on it. So I was like, you know what? Those 2 cards alone... are like those.
Well, they're worth what people pay for them. But
that's true. But you go on eBay to try to find a No One So Paranoid, you're not finding one for $70. You were a demo agent at GenCon 97, and you have attended GenCon regularly since then. Did you not attend GenCon 96, or was GenCon 97? GenCon 97 was your first one, right?
GenCon 97 was my first one. That was the one up in Milwaukee. Yeah, that was the first.
You missed it by a year.
Yes, I did. Well, I had, I had started playing, but the game would probably come out just after Gen Con. They were probably demoing it at that time, for the Gen Con deck, the 96 year, right? That was likely. That's usually the way these things will work. Is the games will be demoed and shown at these trade fairs like Gen Con and whatnot, and when you do that, then it comes out like in September. Usually it's July, August for Gen Con. So September, October is when you start seeing these things actually hit the market, and that's probably what ended up happening. Is that
right? Because they only had the Gen Con decks for 96 because they didn't have all the other cards.
And so what ended up happening is probably I ended up seeing X-Files is out. This is cool. I didn't know anything about GenCon at that time, 96.
Yeah.
So that's
same.
why when my buddy Mike and I went up to he's like, yeah, this place is GenCon. It's this game convention up in Milwaukee. And we're like, sure. Well, I'm not doing anything today. Let's go. So we just decided that morning, and that's why he went in his bathrobe. I once again don't know why, but he did. He was a very strange guy. Mike, if you're out there somewhere, I miss you, but you're a weird dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
but
memory lane.
Yep. So, all right. Well, speaking of memory lane, I remember we were going to play a card game here.
Yeah, that seemed like what we were setting out to do. But then again, kind of like your podcast, it just flies off the rails.
Goes off the rails. So
before we get in another tangent, let's just draw our 7, and then we'll figure out who's going first.
Yes, we will. Let's see what my 7 work.
All right.
These were all horrible cards right out of the gate. I don't like any.
Mine are horrible depending on whether I'm going first or second, but we'll find out in just a moment. So you know my routine, Dave. I got my 2 custom tokens here, 1 in each hand. Which hand are we picking?
Your left.
My left. You are going to be starting off as the investigating player.
Yay!
Which probably, does not bode well for me for this first round, considering what's in my hand. But I'm going to maybe just have to sell some stuff.
That's fair. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Us. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, go ahead and draw that free card, sir.
I will draw a free card, and then I will make some money. All right, so we've got those. I think I'm going resources for this stuff here first. So I got 2. I've got 5. I've got 6. I've got 7, 8. Yeah, because Blevins and Skinner get bonuses when they're in the office, which they all are currently in the office at the moment.
Now, most of us, including the director, feel that your talents are wasted on the X-Files. But we respect that you were deeply invested in those areas. But if these cases are creating such stress as to cause not only you to act inappropriately, but those agents close to you as well, then may I advise you to step away for a while. Clear your head, take an extended vacation.
That's a good idea. Thanks for your concern.
So actually, yes, I do get 8 out of that because everybody's hanging out in the bureau right now. I am going to sit on the cards that I have. I am not going to purchase cards.
Oh, well, in that case, this should be an interesting round. But I'm going to sell 2 cards to hopefully sweeten my conspiracy pot. One of them is Hack into Government Files, which I'll be selling for 5.
That was just a purely sell card, wasn't it?
Basically. Well, I mean, I do have computer skill on my team, so I guess if I were in a real pinch, I could.
Yeah.
Reach outside my...
Hacking the government files was basically pulling a card from anywhere, which is still kind of one of those iffy cards that I'm surprised that ever makes it in there.
There you go. No one's so paranoid. Mm-hmm. So, but I guess that won't be the case here because I'm selling it for 5, along with Hell Money for 4. So of that 9,
my Patnick then, huh?
Well, that's only 1 Hell Money, and I did include some grid pattern searches, so I can get it out of the garbage if I really need to.
That's okay.
Oh, no Patnick in this one?
Well, no, I need my hand.
Oh, he might. It's been 25 years. You can't expect to be remembering every card in there.
I know there's 75 some odd cards in this deck, so I don't know.
You could be amongst them. He is one of the better adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I do have 9 amongst the 2 cards that I'm selling. I think I'm going to buy 4, and then I'm going to add the remaining 5 to my conspiracy pool, which will bring it up to 10.
Gotcha.
Oh, and Blue Plate came up, so why don't we just go ahead and use that right now.
How's the Blue Plate?
Looks good.
I'll have 1 medium rare, please.
Blue Plate Special. Play this card and flip over the next card in your Bureau deck. If that card is playable this turn, you may do so for 0 cost. If you do not play it this turn, move the card to your discard pile. I do tend to have like a 55 CP, 45 RP ratio of cards, so that's why I tend to lean towards playing it during my conspiracy round.
Fair.
Let's see if that proves correct this time.
Gotcha.
And it did. This is a bluff, actually. So the bluff is Festival of the Hungry Ghosts. Once this card is played, the investigating player may not play any events while investigating this site except for events which would specifically negate this card. So I'm going to add that one to my hand, and if I decide to use it this turn,
Sure.
I will be doing so for 0 cost.
Gotcha.
And I'll pass it back to you, so you can
Alright.
head into healing, although there's not much of that
There's
to be
no
done this
healing
time
for
around.
me. I'm fine. But you know what I'm going to do for the very, very first time?
Are you telling me you're about to requisition something to an agent? Holy cow.
I'm giving a cell phone to little Mr. Agent Skinner. Director Skinner's getting a cell phone for 4.
It's him.
Location. Find out where he's at.
Do you know where Mrs. Bowman went to meet Fox Mulder, a location?
I know it's a commercial property in Falls Church. Can you hold on, please?
Yeah.
You mean the Falls Church PD?
So there we go. Take that. I'm going to give him a cell phone because he's going to stick around in the office for a little bit. He gets to contribute his stuff while sticking in the office and saving me some money. Then I'm going to go ahead and now deployment, right? They all go out there first. So
Send
let's
them out to
send
the field.
everybody out there except for Skinner. Skinner's going to hang out at the office for right now. He's going to
He's just buried in paperwork there.
He is. But his cell phone bill is going to be atrocious.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I am going to spend 2 to play Arlington, Virginia, which is Occult Investigation 4. It gets to ask an affiliation question.
Often the perpetrator of Munchausen by proxy will view the child as evil. The old woman would be a likely candidate, but it could be any family member.
Do you feel like taking a walk over to the State Department, Scully?
And I will play Manitowoc, Washington for 2, which is a Bureaucracy 4. You may ask a result question if I am successful.
Okay. I'm going to play 1 bluff on Mattawa, Washington.
Okay, sounds good. We will put a bluff on that for there. I'll put a bluff on my side there to show that I'm bluffing that. I will then hosting that up real quick. I'm going to hosting your stuff to see what else you got.
Albert?
Yet a Belagana. What is this?
This is where you pucker up and kiss my ass.
Now listen,
Now you listen to me, you son of a bitch. This man's name is Albert Hostine. You should remember that. Because if Agents Mulder and Scully come down with so much as a case of the flu, Albert is prepared to recite chapter and verse, file for file, everything on your precious tape.
It's a nice try, Skinner.
I'm sure you're thinking Albert is an old man. And there are plenty of ways that you might kill him, too. Which is why in the ancient oral tradition of his people, he's told 20 other men the information on those files. So unless you kill every Navajo living in 4 states, that information is available with a simple phone call.
I should just save you the time. I already know what card you're going to get rid of.
Hey,
It's that one.
unexplainable time loss.
Yeah. Do I need to show you the rest of the hand? I don't. That's the card you're going to want. So yeah, there's my 3 conspiracy cards. The rest
Hey,
are
Brother
all
Martin's
RP
there,
cards. What's that?
I said Brother Martin's there. So
Brother
that's
Martin
good.
is indeed there. So he is an affiliation keyword, and that is actually one of your 2 sites there.
That is one of the 2 sites there.
So there's that. The RP card. So yeah, Brother Martin, Car Troubles, Unexplainable Time Loss. Those are the CP cards. The RP cards, if you're so interested, are Church of the Red Museum, Friend of the FBI, Langley, No One's So Paranoid, and Arlington, Virginia. One of the
There you
2
go.
sites you have out on the field.
Okay, so yeah, to be honest, what I'd probably say, yeah, Unexplainable Time Loss would probably be the one that I'd want to because that's going to cause a problem regardless what I do.
Oh yeah,
We
Brother Martin.
Yeah,
has
Brother
a-
Martin.
Yep.
Yeah, Brother Martin.
You want to do Brother Martin?
No, I'm just no. Unexplainable Time Loss is fine. Brother Martin,
All right.
he's fine if he hangs out there.
All right.
He'll be okay at the moment. So, so we know the bluff because we already know the bluff.
We do.
So bluff gets to hang out there. You're not paying anything for it anyway, so I'm just going to keep it there, and I'm just going to send everybody over to Arlington.
Okay.
So everyone's going to go to Arlington, and Skinner is helping out from afar. So they're going and said, hey, you know what? I got some occult investigating to do. I think I'm going to look at Arlington, Virginia.
You didn't seem overly concerned about Brother Martin.
Oh, he's a buddy of mine. I know that guy from high school.
Yeah. The fact that you didn't seem overly concerned by him...
I could be bluffing you.
You could be.
Do you want to spend the money to find out?
That is the question I am mulling over right now.
Would you like to dance?
Not right now. Look, I'm really not interested, okay?
Just one dance. One dance.
Dave Meyer, did you know Brother Martin is attracted to you?
Hey, a lot of people are. I'm a
it's true. With a
handsome-looking
face
devil.
like that, yeah.
I know. I'd
All
like
right,
you to
so-
spend your stuff, though, first.
Yeah, and I'm going to brace myself for that. Evasive maneuvers, I'm going to take a guess, is what you're about to throw down at me, or it could be X. My gut is telling me it's probably X.
Your gut is correct.
Yeah, it's X.
So your gut is correct. I spend my 3 on X.
That is why you weren't overly concerned about
No,
that.
not really.
Stay there.
Wait!
You want to see what it takes to find the truth, Agent Mulder? You want to know of the things I know? I'll attend to this.
So-
It's just it was. I had it in my hand from the get go, but I was like, I was hoping that either I would lull you in to pay for it, or scare you away to not pay for it, and I wouldn't have played X.
Yeah.
But so I'm still continuing to go to the site, and unless you have something worth 2 to stop me, I'm going to ask an affiliation question.
Yep.
Oh, hey, actually, weird question. I didn't pick an X-File yet. let's go get an X-File.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You have one, I'm assuming.
I do.
Okay.
It's right over here.
I'm using that awesome website that Yoast, right? Yoast.
Yeah.
Yoast created. It's wonderful. So I've got
It
your
is.
guys up there in the background, so I can see what they're doing.
I used it when building this deck today.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. But you build yours all the time, so that's why
I do, and I was actually at work, so I had the website up. So it was like I was going to build the deck, and then when I got home, I'll just pull the cards out that I had.
I still, to me, I still couldn't build a deck every single time. It would drive me nuts. Just
It's time consuming, I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
since I was like, I'm working with basically a new team here, so I was,
that's
yeah,
fair.
it was necessary.
Okay, so now I've got an X-File. All right, cool. Now we've got X-Files. That's good. That's a good thing. So now I get
And
to ask
so,
an affiliation question.
I
So
have
I'm gonna
I
go-
have no further cards to stop you. You are
do
free
not.
to ask away.
All right, I'm just glad you burned eight conspiracy pool. Let's see what we got here. First of all right, affiliation. All right. Hey, let's go evolutionary.
Yeah.
Get
This
out!
game- Yeah, this game is not going very well right from the get-go.
I am going to not. Oh, I've got it. I've got 4 cards, so I'm not.
I have 7 now that I spent so much all for naught in that round. So,
But you got to see an X card now. You already have an X card, but you got to see another one.
yep. But as I said, I'm wary of there being another one in there, as well as
It is from
as
the
you mentioned, a
it is
couple
from the
good pattern
tournament days.
searches.
I can't say
So
it's
I
a
should
good
always be
tournament.
wary of X. I mean, he is a deadly assassin for a reason.
Oh, but I did see, by the way, that Dax got that 4th one, the card sign. That was pretty cool.
Yes, he did.
This is
the
not
one
the
he
signed
did-
one, though, so that's why I didn't get one. My signed one's in my Prime deck. It's the first deck, so.
Yeah, and yours definitely has a nice, clean signature that he is envious of, and I understand why, because yours is written with a thinner pen.
It was one of the thin Sharpies. Yeah, he ran it with a thin
as
Sharpie.
opposed to the thick one, which is okay. I mean, I'm fine with it if it's a nice signature, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the one you did not see in the image that he posted is the one of Street Contacts, which he is sending to me.
Oh, nice.
It'll be a great addition to my growing collection of autographed CCG cards. So let's pass it back to me, and I'll draw my free card to start a new turn.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's see what I'm working with here.
5 resources. Look at you.
5 resources, not nearly as much as what you're generating over there, but 5 will hopefully get the job done. I've got 2 res from Scully, 1 from Nancy Spiller, 1 from Jerry LaManna, 1 from Hosteen, and 0 from Manners.
Mm-hmm.
So of that 5, I believe I will draw 2 cards and add 3 to the resource pool. Before I pass it over to you, I did draw a friend in the FBI, which I will play now.
Okay.
I have the distinction of being one of 3 men to have exterminated such a creature. I was with the CIA in Vietnam. UFO was sighted for 5 nights over Hanoi. The Marines shot it down and brought it to us. Maybe it didn't know what a gun was, or perhaps they don't show emotion. But that innocent and blank expression as I pulled the trigger has haunted me. Until I found you. That's why I come to you, Mr. Mulder, and will continue to come to you to atone for what I've done. And maybe sometime, through you, the truth will be known.
Friend in the FBI, play this card in the Bureau. Place 10 tokens on this card. During your briefing phase, you may take up to 2 tokens from this card and place them in your resource pool. The tokens become resource tokens. When all tokens have been removed, discard this card. And I will be placing 8 on the card, not 10, because I'll be taking 2 to pay for it.
Got it.
All right, so friend in the FBI, good resource card. Okay, let's see what you're selling.
I'm selling a site, Church of the Red Museum, for 1.
Interesting. That is one of the cards, one of the site cards in my hand, and the only reason I'm revealing it is because I'm going to play it in just a moment.
That's
So,
fair.
okay, so we'll slide into the healing phase, but since all of my agents are in top-notch form, there's no need for that.
That's true.
Requisition, I actually do not have a single equipment card in my hand. I really didn't go heavy on the equipment when I was building this deck,
Cell phones
surprisingly.
are all I have in this one.
So, yeah, no requisition phase either. For deployment, we're going to send all of the team out to the field. Everyone is getting awarded some outdoor time for completing all of their paperwork. Job well done. Okay, so let's see where we're sending them. Okay, we've got a couple of sites, so we'll set down Church of the Red Museum.
Got it.
Which is a multi-site, Dave, with the keywords affiliation, method, subterfuge, and medical.
Got it.
I believe I'm well within my religious rights to prevent it.
Yes, sir, but you can't hide behind your rights if a crime has been committed.
Have I been accused of a crime?
You can always determine that elsewhere. Can you step outside, please, sir?
I'm also going to play Arlington, Virginia, which is a mono site with the keywords occult investigation and affiliation. We're going to take 3 from the pool to pay for these 2 sites.
Got it. And I bluffed you. I have set bluffs on each one.
You have set bluffs on each one?
I have put a bluff on each site for you.
Okay. Didn't want to use them so quickly, but I'm going to use 2 of Scully's tokens.
Okay.
And let's take a look at both of those.
Laser barrier, laser barrier. So, can you see why I did that?
Yeah.
Because if you hostinged me, I could have lost both of them. I know you have a Langley in there.
You do. Yeah. That's about all I can afford, too. Yeah, in my head, I thought I could pay for one of those, so I thought that was going to help.
You got medical, so I'm going to assume that Scully and hosting are going to one, and all the rest of them are going to the other one?
Well, actually, Scully, Spiller, and Lamanna are going to be going to the Church of the Red Museum.
Okay.
Hosting and Manners are going to go to...
He's trying to do the occult. Got it.
Bingo. All right. So, now that they're assigned to the site,
sure.
Yep. I'm going to use Lamanna's token.
Yep.
Because we're gonna start with this one here.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna use Lamanna's token, and once per turn, Lamanna is part of a team investigating a site. In the investigation phase, he may force his opponent to show the cards in his hand. Lamanna may then steal any one card. He may use it immediately in the investigation, but I still must pay for it. Whether I use it or not, place it in the owner's discard pile at the end of the turn.
There it is.
That's the only card in your hand?
That was the only card in mine. I had 3 cards to start this round.
Well,
I had 4, but I sold my one thing to be able to pay for this guy if I wanted to. But
what is his what's? Oh, okay. I was just curious what his activator was.
His activator is actually method.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a method.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If Scully doesn't make it, she doesn't make it. But they don't make it. Unless you have somebody else.
Because we're going to be applying our medical skills, for which Scully has 4 and Nancy Spiller has 3. So it's more than enough.
But the question is it's the fact is you can negate one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So depends on which question you want to ask.
Well, either way, I mean, affiliation method or affiliation. Yeah, you can go ahead and flip over your... you've already flipped them over.
They're both flipped over. So I will pay for it anyway.
Pay the 1.
I'm going to pay the 1.
Yeah, for Scully.
Just because, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get my Langley and take care of that one. So that one is done. So your hand is empty at this point.
My hand's empty, yeah.
So that would be a successful investigation for the Church of the Red Museum.
It is.
So my team has been awarded a affiliation or method question. I'm going to go with affiliation. Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files affiliation primordial?
It is, actually.
Holy cow. Well, this just went back to an even-footed game all of a sudden. So it's like, I guess, I mean, it's Arlington, Virginia is kind of moot because it's affiliation. So, yeah, you can go ahead and pay for the...
How about I don't? Are you going to it?
Well, I already signed them to it. So
you're still going to it?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, so yeah, they're already signed.
No,
so
I'm not going to pay for it then.
Oh, you're not going to pay?
Why would I pay for it?
Oh, okay.
You're going to be able to ask the same question you just asked anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, why pay the extra 1?
So yes, Arlington, Virginia, technically successful.
Yes.
Because you decided not to go through with that bluff. So yes, Dave, once again, your X-Files affiliation is still primordial, yes?
No, not this time. This time it changed.
What?
Of course. Okay.
Blowing my mind there, Dave. Blowing my mind. All right, so I'm going to discard Arlington, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm not going to take a crack at your X-Files identity, despite having it narrowed down to 8 possibilities.
I know. I got a 9, so it's...
9, yeah. So, as we head into debriefing, I'm finding I only have 6 cards in my hand, so I'm still...
lucky you with your 6 cards. I have nothing.
Yeah, so. You got some rebuilding to do.
Yeah, it's like right now, I'm not too concerned. It would have been horrible if X, I couldn't have played X. That's why I didn't want to go there before. So, I will draw my 1 card, because now it is my turn. All right, that is something. I will then gather my resources. I am going to take all 7. I will take 3 for Skinner, because he's still in the Bureau. I will take 2 for Krychek. I will take 1 for hosting, and I'll take 1 for Blevin, and I will not add that to conspiracy right now. Even though I probably should. I gotta, but let's see what happens here. I am then going to buy 3 cards with my monies. Feel free. You can sell and do what you'd like.
Thank you. I'm going to sell Nurse Owens for 6. And I really hate to do this, but I'm working with very little CP, and I don't have a whole lot of good stuff in my hand right now. So I'm going to sell No One So Paranoid for 5. Of that 11, I'm going to take 5 cards, and hopefully there's some good stuff coming up. And then I'm going to add the other 6 to the conspiracy pool, which is going to bring it up from 2 to 8.
Got it. All right. Yeah.
Oh, wait, before we leave the briefing phase, I do have Rejuvenating Caves, which I'll play now, which will take my conspiracy pool down to 6. Just like Friend in the FBI, I will play this card next to the X-File I have chosen. Place 10 tokens on this card beginning in your opponent's next turn. You may take up to 2 tokens from this card and place them in your conspiracy pool. The tokens then become conspiracy tokens. When all tokens have been removed, discard this card. So, Rejuvenating Caves is out there. Good stuff. Though I can't benefit from it until my next turn. So there's that.
Okay, let's do this.
Now you may heal.
Yeah. Yes. They are all healthy. None of them have been attacked by anything lately. They're still...
Everyone's passed their physicals.
They have been. Okay. We are going to play some sites. Double check to make sure, because I can't play another site if it's something or that's already out there. So we are going to play Jerusalem, Ohio. Occult Investigation 4+, or yes, Occult Investigation 4+, and I may ask 1 method question.
The sun will be turned into darkness, and the moon will turn to blood because of you, son.
Is that why you want to hurt me?
It's not a question of wanting. You have to die, Kevin. For everyone. For the new age to come.
It is a mono site, and that is 2. I am also going to play the Chaco House, Dudley, Arizona. Is that Arizona or Arkansas? Yeah, it's Arizona. It's Arizona. It's Subterfuge 5+, Behavioral 5+. It is an affiliation or motive question. And if I ask a motive question of security, the prerequisite is 4+.
Jacob? Feeding these chickens. Helps me clear my mind. They're perfect creatures, you know. We eat their meat, their eggs, sleep on pillows stuffed with their feathers. Not many people I know are as useful as these chickens.
I'm going to play that for one. There we go. And they're still out in the field hanging out. They're doing their thing, but you get to put some bluffs out if you'd like.
2 bluffs on the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 house.
Okay, 2 bluffs in the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 house. Gotcha.
And then what's the name of the other site again?
It is Jerusalem, Ohio, with an occult investigation and method.
1 bluff on that one.
Yeah, it sounds like fair. Let's see. That's 1 bluff on that one. All right. Let us go see. All right. Well, everyone is going to go over to the... We are going to head on over to the Bureaucracy 4 site, Mattawa, Washington.
Okay.
We're going to all go there. We like that place. The other sites, they're too crowded. I don't like them.
All right. So, as you'll recall...
Yep.
The bluff on that one. What are your skills for that? Who's got the skill? Oh, the Blevins
bureaucracy. For bureaucracy, it's Blevins and bureaucracy 7.
Okay.
Blevins and Skinner.
How's it? Oh yeah, Blevins has 3. Yeah, Skinner. Yeah,
Skinner's +3. Yeah.
And Blevins has.
Skinner's got bureaucracy 4. Blevins got bureaucracy 3.
But Skinner's only allowed to contribute 3 of the 4 by the cell phone. The cell phone says it's whatever their skill is minus 1.
Oh, by 1. You're right. It's down to 3. So yes.
So 6 for the total, right?
It is a 6. Yes.
Okay. But yeah. As you'll recall, the bluff for that one is Festival of the Hungry Ghost. Once this card is played, the investigating player may not play any events while investigating this site.
Yep.
Except for if you want to play Frohickey to negate that, then yeah, you can always do that.
It's hard to give an exact translation, but it's what I was telling you about before. The Chinese Yulanji, a festival of the hungry ghosts. You see, on the 15th day of the 7th moon in the Chinese calendar, it's believed the gates of hell are opened, and the ghosts of unwanted souls roam the earth. Now, believers protect themselves by leaving gifts of food and hell money outside their homes to appease the ghosts, to keep them from coming inside and causing trouble. But for some spirits, the ghosts most feared by the Chinese, there's no buying them off.
I do not want to.
Okay. All right, I'm going to play Computer Access Denied for 2. And I'm going to force your team to make a Computer 4 skill check, or they will be unable to complete the skill check.
Come on, man.
They will be unable to complete the skill check.
They will be unable to. Okay, and that, for the low cost of 2, will bring this investigation to a close, because you have sent all of them to that one site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I left the other ones floating around out there. So.
All right, I cannot believe I skated out of that one with as many sites as there were sitting on the table. All right, so I'm gonna.
Well, yeah, but you got a bunch. I got a bunch of bluffs out of your hand, so you threw 4 cards. Well, you threw 4 of your 7, so you've lost a lot of cards in your hand. So I think you're in the same boat.
I did, but I still have 4, so it's.
Oh, that's right. You did buy a whole bunch, didn't you?
I did buy a bunch. Yeah, I bought 5 at the start of this. Alrighty, so as we head into debriefing, as I said, I have 4 cards, and therefore I'm inclined to keep all of them at this time. What about you?
Fair. I have 2, so I'm going to stay with my 2.
2. All right, yeah. And then we'll pass it back to me then, and I will draw my free card, and we will start a new turn.
Alrighty.
Okay. So once again, we've got 5 res amongst my all healthy agents. They're all very healthy right now, and they can thus contribute their skill. Oh, except for Manners. He still has 0 res last time we checked.
He's a jerk. He doesn't help.
However, I do have 2 from Friend in the FBI in addition to that. So we'll add that in there. Of the 5 here, I'm going to get 4 cards and then I'm just going to add one more to the resource pool. So I got 4 cards, and then 3, 2 of which were from friend in the FBI.
Got it. And I'm going to sell myself a Lake 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 campsite for 2. So I'll get 2 more. 2 more. Let's see. So that puts me in that. And let's see. Hang on to that. I will buy 2 cards.
Okay. I did pull some hard evidence, which I will play now. Add 5 tokens to your pool, but for the cost of 2, I'll just be adding 3.
You got it.
Okay, so we're going to be skipping the healing phase because there is no need of healing for
we
this
haven't
team.
played a single we played 1 adversary.
Yeah, for all the good that did. For requisition, I have yet to draw any equipment cards, and at this point, they're all out in the field. Not many equipment cards can be divvied out to them at that point.
That is fair.
For deployment, we'll keep all of the team deployed in the field.
Got it.
For case assignment, we'll be sending the team to Mattawa, Washington, which is a bureaucracy site, Dave.
Yeah, it's bureaucracy. You're going to a bureaucracy site?
Oh, yeah. I am indeed. And I will be deducting 2 from my resource pool to pay for that mono site, which has the keyword result, as well as bureaucracy.
Gotcha.
I couldn't find the truck. Did you have any luck?
Yep. It's heading northwest on I-90. We have to get a couple tickets to Seattle.
You know, think about it. This truck drove across America. People that passed on the road probably thought it was hauling auto parts or furniture, livestock, whatever. Nobody would have suspected it was hauling a craft from another world.
Any bluffs?
Yeah, 1. There you go.
1 bluff.
And yeah, Mattawa was I just got rid of Mattawa, so that is a bureaucracy.
Yeah, you did investigate that just now. I guess we saw you guys on the way out.
Yeah, probably.
Hey guys, how's it going? All right, well, we're gonna head into investigation phase, and we'll be applying obviously our bureaucracy skills to this mono site. Spiller has 2, Lamanna has 2, just enough to make the skill check. Let's take a look at that bluff.
I'm going to see it's Chief Inspector. He's going to send somebody home if it works. Force 1 agent of your choice back to the Bureau immediately. The agent may not contribute to any skill checks this turn.
How do you respond to these allegations, Agent Mulder?
Over a dozen men lost their lives, and you want me to respond to issues of protocol?
You failed to obtain proper authorization for your actions.
Because I knew it wouldn't be forthcoming.
You also violated a federal quarantine.
A cover-up was underway.
Exposing yourself and possibly others to toxic contamination.
Oh, toxic contamination. Are we back in that? You read my report. Explain the disappearance of Max Fennig.
Your report is not the subject of this inquiry.
I have further evidence to support my conclusions. X-rays taken while Mr. Fennig was institutionalized show an object lodged in his cerebellum.
That is irrelevant, Agent Mulder.
The man was abducted. We all know it. Everybody in this room knows it.
Colonel Henderson's written testimony states that Fennig's body was found 2 hours later in a cargo container.
What are the keywords on that card?
This one is keywords bluff, conspiracy, and government move.
Okay. I'm going to play the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 FLASK for 4, and that's going to take my conspiracy pool down from 7 to 3, and I'm going to negate any 1 card played against my team during a bureaucracy or alien investigation skill check.
Gotcha. I forgot that he had bureaucracy on that card too. So
yeah, normally it comes out with the alien investigation sites, but still handy with the bureaucracy team as well. All right, so at this point, we still got all of our team able and ready to investigate, and sounds like you don't have any other cards for me?
No, I only have one conspiracy point left. I'm not going to...
Oh, yeah, I didn't even take a look. It's just one red dot on a blank canvas.
Well, yeah, because he's a pricey one. He's 4 even face down. So
yeah,
but that was one, especially with 2. I figured I'd get a shot to do that, and then you had already used your Langley earlier, so that's why I figured that.
And I sold my No One So Paranoid on top of that too. So
you were starting to run low on resource points. So I was like, all right, well, it's worth a shot.
So that paid off. Okay, so result this time. So pulling out the checklist again, and let's see what we got left here. I think pretty much no matter what I do, I'm going to only be able to scratch off 2, provided I, get it incorrectly. But I will be hitting you with the following result question.
Yeah.
Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files result death?
I don't know. Let me look at it. No.
No, it is not. As I suspected, I will be scratching off 2 of the possibilities from there. And that leaves 6 remaining. Still not inclined to take a crack at it, knowing that you have me narrowed down to 9 possibilities. So
it
doesn't seem like
I don't have to ask you. You ask me a result question, so I have a better shot at getting your result.
Right.
I could have either got you down to 5 or eliminated 5.
Yep. So why explore that dark timeline? Let's just cut right to debriefing.
That's fair.
And see.
I only got 2 cards.
I've got 6. Yeah, 6 cards.
All these cards.
All right, so sounds like we're not discarding anything.
No.
Let's pass it back to you.
Yay! I get to draw a card.
Yippee.
Yep. All right. Let's get some stuff before we. Okay, let's get some stuff. So we are once again. He is still in the bureau, so he's getting his 3. I still get 7 total. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alrighty. Let us buy 2. I will buy 2 more. Okay. Over to you.
Thank you. I was just deciding if I'm going to sell 1 or 2 cards. I'm feeling... Well, thanks to Rejuvenating Caves, that's going to kind of make it an easier decision. I'm just going to sell 1 card. Hell Money for 4.
There goes the other Hell Money.
Yep, that's both my Hell Monies. And I'm going to use 2 of Rejuvenating Caves. That's 6 total. I think I'm going to split the difference. I'll take 3, and I will add 3 to the conspiracy pool.
Got it. All right.
Oh, but another blue plate came up too, so
Yay!
might as well just use that one right now too.
Blue plate up there.
Yep. All right. Come on, be a conspiracy card. Yes. A bluff. And in fact, just the one you just played in the previous round. Section Chief McGrath, force 1 agent of your choice back to the bureau immediately. The agent may not contribute to any skill checks this turn.
Then what can I say? How can I disprove lies that are stamped with an official seal?
That will be all, Mr. Mulder.
You can deny all the things I've seen, all the things I've discovered, but not for much longer. Because too many others know what's happening out there. And no one, no government agency has jurisdiction over the truth.
Cool. All right. Pocketing that one for such time. Granted, I'd have to discard it at the end of this turn.
That is true. Or if you don't play it. So, okay. I got a bunch of stuff up here, so I'm going to have to start. I got to make a little more room. I got to make a little more
room. We got too many postponed site investigations.
I do. All right. We are going to put... Browning Mountain out there for 2. Okay. That is a occult investigation 4+. I can ask a motive question. So there I have put out my stuff.
Oh, just one site? Okay.
Just one site right now.
All right. Let's do 2 bluffs on that site.
On that site.
Wait. Wait. No. Just one. Just one. Final answer.
That is one bluff on that side. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Let's see. What do I want to do? Yeah, let's do it. Doink, doink. We're all going to this one.
Which one?
We are going to Chaco House in in Arizona, Dudley, Arizona. You've got your 2 bluffs that are hanging out on top of it. It is a subterfuge 5 or a behavioral 5, and if I ask the motive of security, it can be 4+. But
ballsy, going with the one that has 2 bluffs on it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, all right. I'll put those ones up there, making it hard for me to keep track of all these.
That is what's going on. All right, so they're all going there. We're gonna check out to see what's there.
All right. So I have the 2 bluffs on here. I'll just go ahead and flip each one of them up because they are both true bluffs, and I have no intention of actually using either of them.
Got it. Yes, we're going there. So, huzzah!
All right. So who's applying what skills?
They are all going to apply their subterfuge skills.
Okay, of which 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 has 4. Skinner is applying 2, like 3. 2. He has 3, but he's -1, right?
Yep. Their subterfuge is. Hang on, where's my little goofball? I had a little window. My little deck.
Yeah, I know Blevins has 1.
My little agent selector here. Blink.
Well, actually, Hosteen has 2 as well.
He has 2. Yeah. So they have a decent chunk of it. They have 10 subterfuge, so there are 9 subterfuge. And the good thing is you can't kick Skinner out.
Oh yeah, because he's already there. Yeah.
Yeah, Skinner's not there. He's calling it in. He's phoning it in.
I'm going to play Car Troubles face up for 3, which is going to take my conspiracy pool down from 7 to 4. Only 2 are going.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your odd man out?
So I have to choose which ones?
Yes, you get to choose.
Oh, good. I get to choose. If I had to send somebody away, I'd probably send Hosteen away. I know that he takes these. Yeah, so I'll send Hosteen, and he goes back to the bureau, and he just.
No, he doesn't go back to the bureau. He's still in the field.
He doesn't contribute.
He just doesn't get to contribute at all.
Gotcha. So it's 7 now.
Okay. And now I'm going to play that free card that I got courtesy of Blue Plate Special, which is Section Chief McGrath, and I'm going to force 1 additional agent back to the bureau immediately. The agent may not contribute to any skill checks this turn. However, it is my choice this time, and I'm going to be sending 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 to the bureau.
Oh, you should have sent Blevins back.
No, but you know what? He doesn't get out very much, so I'm giving him that. So you still have Blevins and Skinner contributing to this site, and if I'm not mistaken, that does put you under the 5 needed to make the skill check.
Because those other guys were the heavy hitters.
Yeah, they were.
So, yep, that fails that one. But
Mrs. Kearns is missing too, Mulder. I think someone's been here. The power's been cut and the back door was wide open when I got here, but her car is still out back.
Checker must have taken her. Scully? Scully? Scully, what happened? Scully, you there? You all right? Scully?
So, okay. All right, so site failed, so we're going to head into debriefing again. I have 5 cards in my hand.
All righty. I have 4.
4 it is. And we'll pass it back to me, and I will once again draw my free card. Well, we are once again working with 5 res from my agents out in the field. But in addition to that, I have friend in the FBI tokens here, of which I will take 2 more, which is going to take it up to 7. So that's going to take my resource pool all the way up from 3 to 10. And of that, my gut's saying 4. So we'll get 4 cards, take the resource pool down from 10 to 6.
Got it.
Sell away.
I'm going to sell my Browning Mountain, which I already have on the field, for 2. I'm going to sell my Cumberland Prison, Virginia, for 2. I'm also going to sell my other cell phone for 4. So that gives me a total of 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. And I am going to buy 3 cards.
Okay, so as we head into healing, I still don't have any agents in need of healing, so we're going to skip that. Still don't have any equipment, so we're going to be skipping the requisition phase as well. Okay, so for deployment, we'll be keeping the team deployed in the field as they are. I think it's time.
Okay.
I think it's time. I'm going to hosting your hand there and see what you got.
There's an evasive maneuver.
All right.
There's a street contacts. There's a site. And there's an unexplainable time loss, which you got to pick it.
Yeah, have to. It's the only choice.
It doesn't do anything to you. Your team is a science-heavy team.
Yeah, granted, yeah, that's true. It's like
so
I got
I'm not
all
going to play it anyway, so I'm just going to throw it away.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, because I mean, unless I divided them up to multi-sites or to 2 sites, then yeah, you were going to get that. I have 2 sites, but I can't divvy the team up in a way that. Oh wait, maybe I could. Yeah, I think no matter what I do, I there's no way I'm going to be able to investigate 2 sites.
You get one for free.
I get one for sure.
Just one for free.
Yep. So anyway, case assignment. We're going to be sending the team to 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 building in Crystal City, Virginia, and that is a multi-site with the keywords method, result, computer, bureaucracy.
Hello? Hello?
At the tone, Eastern Standard Time, 7:35 p.m.
What the hell?
File deleted.
And because it does have the keyword bureaucracy, I can use Nancy Spiller's token to pay for it this time.
All right, have at it.
Yep. It has the stipulation you may ask one method or result question. If you ask if the result is abduction, the skill check prerequisite is 4.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go ahead and declare that I am going to ask if your result is abduction, so therefore I only need to make a prerequisite of 4, and which I can with Spiller and Lamanna, and so therefore the site prerequisite is met, and judging from your hand, you do not have anything to stop me.
Oh, no, it is.
I mean, unless you really want to play that time loss.
No, that's silly.
One way or the other, a question will get asked. So, Dave, seeing as the site is successful, my team has been awarded a result question, and as per the stipulation, I will be asking, is your X-Files result abduction?
No.
It is not. And so, therefore, I am scratching off, again, 2 more possibilities, which takes it down to 4. 1 and 4, not inclined to give you a shot at solving my X-File just yet. So
that's fair.
More game to be played.
Yay! All right, I only have 3 cards, so
okay. I am going to part with unexplainable time loss there. You get it. So with that, let's pass it over to you.
Yay! I get to draw a card. And then let's go ahead and get some resources. And of course, now I've got all these doofuses. I get 7 still. I don't get my full 8. I get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I'm gonna get 2, 4, 6, and number 7. And let's see how many of those I would like to purchase. I am going to buy 3. Oops, where did I want that? There.
I will be selling 2 cards. Chester Bonaparte for 5 and Good Fortune for 2. In addition to that, I'm going to add 2 from Rejuvenating Caves. So that is 9, which is going to take my conspiracy pool up from 4 to 13. And of that 13, I think I'll buy 4 cards.
All right.
And that's going to take my conspiracy pool down from 13 to 9. Back to you.
All right. Well, okay, I have nothing to give them. They're all healthy, so I'm going to go ahead and get 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 back out in the field because he don't want to hang out in the bureau anymore. He doesn't like Skinner that much. Hey, look, there's the outskirts of Atlantic City for 1.
Jersey Devil.
Yep. Subterfuge 5+, observation 5+, and it's can be affiliation or motive question.
What is this?
Stuck in the pocket of a jacket I found.
Does it mean anything to you?
I've seen it.
Where?
Right here. Digging in
Here?
the trash.
Are you hustling me?
Swear to God.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. It scared the hell out of me.
Has anybody else seen it?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's pretty freaked.
Anybody told the cops?
You think they don't know?
Something tells me you're going to be applying the subterfuge skills. Just a feeling.
I might.
Affiliation and motive, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, 1 bluff on that.
All right. I will put my pseudo bluff on there. Look at all these cards floating around out here.
I know. And so many choices for your agents to go sightseeing.
I know. We'll see what's going on here. We're all going to go. We're going to go here. We're gonna
the new one.
The new one.
Outskirts?
Yep, outskirts. Subterfuge 5+.
Okay. And for that, the bluff is a nasty surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your pool. It was face down, so it will only cost me 2, and I will get to add 3, which will take my conspiracy pool up from 9 to 12.
Got it. Awesome. There we go. We are still there.
Yep. Okay, well, it's about the only play I've got, so... Because you definitely have enough subterfuge amongst your 4 gents.
I do.
So I'm going to play 1 breath for 4, which will take my conspiracy pool down from 12 to 8. Play this card to search through your bureau deck and add any 1 event card to your hand. Show your opponent which card you have added. Shuffle your deck. It's so weird playing this during the conspiracy phase because it's Scully's father, and you would think it's benevolent, but it can certainly be used for diabolical means, which is what I'm doing right now. If I can find the right card, that is. I believe I added it in here. And I did. Let's give that a quick shuffle. Okay. Alright. The card that I have added to my hand is Security Clearance.
Gotcha.
Security Clearance for 4, which is going to take my conspiracy pool down from 8 to 4 to negate any 1 keyword subterfuge card, which includes your outskirts of Atlantic City site.
All right, so let's see. Nope. There's nothing I can do with that. So if you're negating my site, you're doing that. But you're going to negate that site. But remember, I told you this is a tournament deck.
Yeah.
So
Deep Throat. Yeah.
So I have one more thing to do. And yeah, that's the tournament deck, and I'm going to pay my 5 to do that. And there we go.
Hey, you got a question? Another question at me. So well
I
done.
do another question, and there's nothing to do about it. And so
nope, because I can't afford to deny everything at this point, even if I had one in my hand.
Okay, well, and I can ask, and that's anything.
Any characteristic question.
Matter. All right.
What are you asking?
What are we looking at here? I will ask, is your result death?
Damn it is.
Well, yeah, but still, it would have been better if it was no.
Yeah. Oh, really? Because there's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's 4. Oh, there's 5, yeah.
There's
oh, man.
5 of them.
Yeah,
so
well, that doesn't help very much.
Swish out some stuff, but it gets me closer to...
A little bit, yeah. All right, so I am going to discard... So debriefing now. Yeah. I'm going to discard authorized access only because you guys are swimming in subterfuge over there.
Yeah.
No point in playing that card.
Politics.
Yeah, so I've got 7 now.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 5.
And with that, pass it back to me. And we'll draw my free card, and now I have 8 in my hand.
Too many cards.
Okay, so once again, team's generating 5 res, and I've got a friend in the FBI to give me another 2. So that's going to take my resource pool up from 6 to 13, because that's 7. And of the 13, I think I'm feeling 4 cards.
That's fair. I'm going to sell a Thinker for 5, Evasive Maneuvers for 4, a Braddock Heights, Maryland for 2, so that's 10. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 9, 11, and 11. Oh, look at all those art, look at all those conspiracy points. I'm going to buy a bunch of cards though. So 2, 4. I will buy 6 cards. There we go.
Okay. For starters, I did draw another hard evidence, which I will play now, and that's going to add that's going to add 5 tokens to my resource pool because it costs 2. I'm going to get 3, which is going to take it up to 12. So that's my second one. Okay. So once again, none of my agents are in need of healing, so we'll skip that. No equipment to speak of, so we'll skip requisition as well. For deployment, keeping everyone deployed in the field, I'm going to play 2 sites. The Strughold Mining Company in rural West Virginia, which is a mono site. Once again, it's result. Seems like that's all I've been asking. Result and sciences. And the second one is Braddock Heights, Maryland, which is another mono site with the keywords bureaucracy and motive.
All right, you bastard.
Evil. Rotten.
And I'm going to use Nancy Spiller's token to pay for part of Strughold, and then I'm going to pay the full cost of Braddock Heights. So that's going to take my resource pool down from 12 to 9.
This is going to be the sciences one.
Sciences one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to. Excuse me. Got to divide these up the right way. We're going to send Spiller and Lamanna to Braddock Heights. And we're going to send Scully, Manners, and Hosteen to the Strughold Mining Company. Let's start with Braddock Heights, which again is Bureaucracy 4, and it's a keyword motive. Spiller has 2, Lamanna has 2.
Okay. I'm going to play that unexplainable time loss that I paid for earlier.
And I am going to play Frohickey for 3 to negate that.
That's fair.
Hey, Frohickey, can I borrow those? If I can have Scully's phone number.
And that's going to take my... oh, wait, but don't I get a question now?
You do.
I do get a question. So
I had to do it.
Yeah, you
It's
kind of
like
had
right
to
now.
because I was going for 2 sites here.
Mhm.
Okay, so I paid for 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, which took my resource pool down from 9 to 6. And so because, Hosting's token has been cast on the unexplainable time loss, I'm going to start with that question first, and then we'll continue on with the site investigation. So I've been awarded I can ask any characteristic question. Okay, Dave, is your X-Files result insanity?
It is insanity.
It is. And therefore, I have now narrowed you down to 2 possibilities.
Yeah, that was a last-ditch thing I had to do. If you didn't have a pro
you had to.
thing. Yeah, is my thing. So, okay, so now you've got that. So you've got the insanity. You can't ask anything else yet. So let's see.
Right. So that was for the hosting effect. So as we'll continue with the investigation of Braddock Heights, Maryland.
Yep.
So again, I do have enough to make the bureaucracy 4 prerequisite. You got any other cards for me on that one?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
I unfortunately I can't. Hang on. Let me before I'm not going to ask this because it would tip my hand. So hang on.
Yeah.
I got to do something.
Well, you can. I'll give you an honest answer.
No,
it's friendly game.
It would still tip my hand on whether or not something else happened on the other site.
Oh, okay.
If we got to the other side anyway.
If we get to the other side, yeah.
So
there's a big if on that part.
Yeah. So that doesn't help. So yep, I think you got it. So
okay.
There it is.
Final answer on that?
Yeah.
Okay, and so because that site has proven successful, the team has been awarded a motive question, and I think this is going to be game at this point, so even if I get it wrong. So, Dave, is your X-Files motive control?
It is not.
It is not. Then that means your X-File is Sheriff Tom Aarons, the cannibal.
That's it.
And congrats to me for scratching off everything correctly this time, because I swear, like, every time I'm about to identify the X-File, I'm like I'm second, did I scratch off everything correctly? Did I scratch it off correctly? Because I've had too many games in which I've done so incorrectly, and because I wasn't using Yost's online checklist, I felt like I was taking a big risk.
Yeah, I'm using that. Well, I'm using his site to just to verify as far as what teams can do what.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, I wish I could click on them and expand them so I can see them. That was the problem, because I was going to try to throw Simon Gates at you, but I don't have you didn't have a believer on the team, just to get in the way. And everything else I had in my hand was RP cards, so. It was literally I had no option. I did have the conundrum, which is basically a useless bluff.
Evidence collection, yeah,
because you don't have anything with evidence collection. Now, granted, there are multi-sites that have it, but it just
they did not come up. I don't even know if I have any of the multi ones because, most of mine I was using bureaucracy, medical, and sciences. So on the off chance, but I can't even think of any. It seems like a lot of times, like the evidence collection ones are on like the alien investigation or like the occult investigation sites, and I didn't really include any of those in there.
Yeah,
but
of course my bluff was a actual bluff.
What was it?
It was an actual bluff. It was just an actual. When I was like, I'm kicking myself that when I had 5 RP, that it didn't go street context to go in there. And I also, the other card I didn't use was Friend in the Lab, which I
because I figured, I was wondering if that was going to come up so you could get like the cell phone and whatnot.
I would have got the shotgun and burnt the shotgun. So I would
and
have
the Friend in the Lab cost what, 2 or 3?
Doesn't matter, 2. So yeah, out of the gate we started with 2 correct answers, both of us. And then there was then it was like, okay, then it was a race to see who could ask. And we started getting more. What were the other what were the other bluffs?
The other bluffs, one was Nasty Surprise, the other was my second Festival of the Hungry Ghosts.
You would have had to pay for that one, but it wouldn't have mattered. That would have been fine.
I would have had to have been rely. It was mostly just get me some. Well, I mean, the Festival of the Hungry Ghosts is kind of a nice 10-13 card.
But, I mean, granted, I mean, unless you're really sitting on top of a bunch of things to throw at me, so I can't use any events on that one.
Yeah, it's basically like I would need something in addition to that to get, because I'm like, well, at least if I have this, you just like no X, no Frohickey, no Langley, is going to come up. So I was like, you know what, let's do that.
Flesh sculpting, which I kind of like once in a while, but
it's nice. And I would have, I accept I accept the premise that it's referring to the activators and not the keywords.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give you a hard time and be like, well, no, it says keyword active. Nope, can't play it. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't be so petty.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because it's play the double the cost of the keyword active cards. So
of which there are none.
Yeah, there's it's funny that's misworded.
It's not the first. It's not the only card in 10-13 that made that mistake. Skinner's Wedding Ring, the Stupendous Yappy, and I feel like there's one more I'm blanking on that made that same mistake. I'll probably think of it later, but 10-13 made that mistake too many times.
Second from the bottom.
Second from the bottom. Wow. He actually was sitting in my hand. I was waiting for the right time, but
to be honest, the cell phone thing, that was the first time I've actually ever got it to work. I mean, it was the first time I had a cell phone working out of the gate.
Otherwise, you're kind of hoping of like friend in the lab. Did you have two or one friend in the lab?
One friend in the lab, but
and then two cell phones, right?
Yeah, I have the two cell phones because I was going to burn them even if I don't use them. The two laser barriers forced me, because of your hosting, to play them both.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was card starved. And I was card starved for half the game.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's where when I'm dealing with one or two cards per turn and burning my conspiracy to get those cards, that wasn't helpful. So that's where that fell apart a little bit.
And that's kind of why it seemed like I wasn't in such a hurry to play Hosting's Token, because well, he doesn't have that many cards in his hand.
No, but don't forget that was like that was like the first turn. And
the first turn I forgot, but then the next turn I'm like, well, he doesn't have a whole lot of cards.
And I was feeling kind of comfortable. Then the only card I had was Unexplainable Time Loss.
By the way, still don't know what my X-File is.
Oh, I don't. I have no idea. Let's see what it is.
Well, 1 in 5.
Arthur Grable.
Oh, correct, Amundo. I got burned by Arthur Grable in a couple of recent games because, including the one I'm editing right now. Did you have Arthur Grable in the last game we played?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what I had.
No, I think I guessed Arthur Grable because I'd been burned by that being the X-File of two other previous opponents.
Yeah, because I got you as John Barnett last time.
Yes, I was John Barnett, and I don't remember who you were. I don't even know if you revealed who you were.
I never write down who I am. It's like I just...
Well, it's cool you're keeping a record of like the games that we played, but I got a different kind of record here. Comment section of this.
Said something about a Discord thing going up one of these days.
There is a Discord if you want in. Sure. Yep, Nathan's recruiting now for it, and you can get in on some of the action, some of the behind the scenes stuff as far as the expansion.
I got Discord on for our RPG stuff.
And go ahead and plug your podcast as well.
Yeah, it's Anonymous Tabletop Podcast. It's a bunch of idiots sitting around drinking, talking about games and just random stuff. It's definitely not safe for work. So if you're sensitive to vulgarity, you're not going to like it because we swear all the goddamn time. So, but yeah, it's just a bunch of fun, bunch of friends sitting around drinking, talking about once a month, talk for about 3 hours,
and playing games.
On occasion, yeah.
Anyone, subscribe to the Anonymous Tabletop Podcast. It's really fun to listen to. Mm-hmm. It's literally hours and hours and hours because each episode is about 3 or 4 hours long. But it's a lot
They're
of
not
gold.
All winners.
I would say of the ones I've listened to, they're all winners. I've listened to about 11 of them, and I enjoy it. I haven't found it done.
Our catalog.
Yeah, maybe I need to go back to the earlier stuff.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
don't go back to those.
Don't go back that far.
No,
well, just keep coming out with newer ones, and I won't have a reason to go backward. There's a new one.
We
going
do
right
try
to that
to come
one.
out once a month.
So I think that's going to about wrap it up.
Yeah.
So usual YouTube, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, post a question in the comments section if there's anything about the game or one of the cards we played that you're wondering about. And then if you're interested in playing the game, send me a private message. I'm on Facebook, and you can obviously, reach out to me through the channel as well. Not hard to find. I've got my email address. It's posted in the channel as well. I'll probably have it posted right about here anyway. So no shortage of ways to reach out if you're interested in throwing down in the game. I like throwing down with different people. It's fun, different strategies, different decks, different teams. It's all good. We will say goodnight and be sure to tune in next time for the next episode of Alien Investigations.
See ya.